Welcome, all members of humanity, Xenos, and yes, creatures of the Warp 2, Emperors Contenders.
My name's Jose. Today we're going to be playing the Votann, Vaporwave Votann, with the original Thug Life Hekaton Land Fortress. And we're going to be playing against Ryan and the Nids. This is going to be a great game. Hopefully my Votann doesn't bounce off the Nids. I'm notoriously a low roller, but today it's going to be a good day. I can feel it.
Alright, my name's Ryan. I'm going to be playing the Sage of Painted Good Vibes Jose tonight, him and his Votann. I'm bringing the Invasions Fleet Tyranids. I've got a couple of surprises for him. We'll see how it goes. We're hoping it all goes well.
Welcome everyone to our second game. Today we're bringing you a match between Jose's Votann and Ryan's Tyranids. Who's going to come out on top and who's going to get left behind in the dust? Leave your predictions down below. Now let's go watch and find out. Hi everybody, this is JoJo here from the editing phase. I just wanted to pop in and preemptively apologize for all of the horrible pronunciations you are about to hear in this video. You have been warned. Anyways, back to the video.
May the luck be with you, because I know the Pokemon Shinies weren't there for you today. Got a 4.
Alright, let's see if I can beat a nice average roll. Nope.
Oh!
All you.
Okay, I will let you defend.
Okay.
With Ryan winning the roll, and he'll be defender to deploy first, opting to place his Biovore on his home objective.
I think we are going to start with... We're going to start with our Hekaton Land Fortress.
Jose is putting Thug Life, his Hekaton Land Fortress, safely behind a building for cover. Now that land fortress contains 3 Broker Thunderkin with Graviton Blast Cannons, and that's going to be a lot of anti-tank right there.
Just for that turn, no other turn, when that unit disembarks, they get full rerolls on the wounds.
Okay.
As long as this target hits something, or hit one of its targets. So, and if we need any glue, we got plenty of glue.
Alright, I think I'm going to go nice and easy.
Ryan then hides his Pyrovore inside the building.
Anything he shoots at with his Flamer, I will basically get ignore cover.
Oof, that's going to be fun.
Jose deploys a Pioneer Squad with Scout 9 right on the deployment line, while Ryan brings in his Death Leaper. Jose drops the first of 2 Sengatar with Scout 6 right on that deployment line.
These little Sagittars, they can split a 10-man unit into each of them, and that's what we're going to do.
I'm going to put Big Daddy Norn Emissary.
Oh, this guy's so strong.
Here.
He's almost impossible to take down.
Ryan counters with Big Daddy Norn Emissary. Right within its sights is the center objective.
His big thing is he's going to elect a objective marker at the start of the game. Once he gets to that objective marker, he's going to get a 5-up heal band.
Gotcha.
And OC-15.
OC-15. Woo!
Jose brings down the other Sagitar next to the land fortress, and the Swarm Lord joins the Biovore.
Over here.
Right. We are going to put Call.
Here comes the call, leading a 10-man brick of Enthar Hearthguard with plasma guns.
I don't recall for this specific deployment. Are these passable by monsters and vehicles on the sides?
On the sides, yes.
Okay.
So we treat, well, this one right here is up against the edge. It's specifically in the way they put it, like this. There we go. They got them up against the edge.
Oh, okay, so they cannot.
So, but the other sides, everything else is treated as 4 inches in between for the big bases.
Ryan brings in the big boy Tyrannofex, and Jose brings in the Warriors on his home objective.
we want to get you boys 9 inches there. There we go.
Ryan is next in his Hive Tyrant, right in the center deployment line, and Jose is going to be filling in that back line with more warriors.
Like so. There we go. Okay.
This looks like it's very weird for shooting armies, honestly, this layout.
Yeah, it does not benefit me.
Ryan isn't feeling the lack of firing lanes for this layout put on by the extra scene with his buddies.
He'll try to take some pot shots at you. It's probably the best shooting in nids.
Yeah.
Jose brings in the second Pioneer squad, and Ryan counters with a fatty squad of Xenothorps. These bugs can dish out some damage while being aggressive and defensive at the same time.
Yeah, those
Just
guys
for
do
posterity.
a lot of damage. I've been on the other end of that.
Jose's final Pioneer squad joins the big bug party. Ryan brings in a Screamer Killer to play, and he likes HUDs. Both players are opting for tactical over fixed scenarios. Now to the roll-off.
Oh, looks like I got a 6. 4.
Looks like it's you.
Shit.
Ryan elects to start the game ability Singular Purpose on the center objective. Now, Jose is going to scout the Sagitar 6 inches and the Pioneers 9 inches. Jose is going to dish out those Grudgman tokens to 4 targets for +1 to hit and +1 to wounds. The Tyranid, the Norm Emissary, the Xenothorps, and Ryan's Warlords all get a token.
And then for our missions, we're going to give you a CP, me a CP. We are going to get boom, boom. Containment and extend battle lines. All right, I think we can do that.
Containment's actually a pretty good one for you.
Now into the movement phase, with the speed of those Pioneers and the Sagitar, those secondaries shouldn't be a problem.
Squeeze them in there. We're going to get these guys on the objective. They move 12 as well. I've been playing with Crapco and them trying to get ready for this. This guy moves 12. Let me get him to that line. So you can see these boys are very freaking mobile.
And they're very fast.
These guys are going to come back.
So agile, so fast.
That way they are within 9.
Gazelle turrets on it.
Gazelle turrets.
The warriors are spreading out on that home objective, and the land fortress peeks around the corner.
And these boys, I think they are going to dog bone as well. So they're going to move up. I'm going to try to
See, I feel like you're not being a very gracious host. I think a nice host would let me in their deployment.
Those warrior squads disembark from the Sagitar.
Oh Lord, they coming.
They're just going to be right in front, like that. There we go.
You want them in front or you want to be behind?
They want to be on the point. 'Cause, you know my rolling. If this was a game of 1s and 2s, I would be the fucking champion. It's funny because we saltwater tested the dice.
Oh, boy.
They're perfect.
Yeah?
They're perfectly balanced. I was like, oh shit, boys, it's all me. It's all me. I suck.
Funnily enough, when we first started and I just started Tyranids,
Yeah.
it was in 9th edition where most of my army had a 3-up or 4-up invul. And I bought these dice for it, and Jacob and them made me put these in salt water to make sure they weren't weighted because I just always rolled 5s.
Yeah. Hey, man. And dude, I'm fucking great at rolling 1s.
In the shooting phase next, Jose doesn't have many targets to look at, but the big old Norm Emissary has a target right on him. So Ryan uses Rapid Regression ability on his Norn.
His rule specifically states it's every turn he can do that, not every battle round.
That's sexy. That is sexy.
Sagitar is up first and pours everything into his target, and only manages to take 1 wound off of him. Oof, that's a tough bug.
Now for the remainder of shots, which is going to be
Ooh, there's
2
that 5.
Sagittar missile launchers. These are 4s down to 3s. They both hit. And then these are going to be strength 12.
Ooh.
So on 3s. Only 1 at -3.
4 pinball. Fail it.
That's only 3 damage. It's not a strong one. Oh, look at that!
I will take a single wound.
You said they made you saltwater test them. That's funny.
The other Sagittar is putting its shots into that Tyrophonex, and it takes only 3 wounds off of him.
He does it.
Alright, that gives us 3 damage. Alright, I think that is all my shooting.
The boys?
Oh, the little boys. Those are the guys that actually have some weapons, if you can see. Luckily, this army is WYSIWYG, so we're going to use this.
So is mine.
Yeah! What you see is what you get.
The warriors unload on the Tyranofex now, and the railgun wounds.
And what's the damage on this D6?
-3, D3 plus 3.
D3 plus. Ooh.
Yeah.
Do I want to blow this already?
But Ryan uses his once per game ability to blank that damage out.
And then now for the 1 high-las auto rifle. This is a rapid fire 3 because he is within 12.
The remaining warriors chip off another 2 wounds. Jose is going to need more damage output if he is going to put those big bugs off the board. At the end of the turn, Jose will score 6 for containment and 5 for extend battle lines.
And we're going to give you a CP.
I will gain 2 CP because I have Swarm Lord.
Ah, you're
I
right.
will go up to 3. And all.
Let's see what you get. What you get?
I like the cards. Sorry.
Into Ryan's command phase, he draws Sabotage and extend battle lines. His hyper adaptation is going to give him sustained hints against infantry, so now this should benefit the Nids heavily.
Oh, you already got sabotage here.
Up next is his movement, and here comes the Norn, right into the face of that Sagittar. Good move blocked by Jose to slow down the Norn, taking up that center objective.
This guy.
Gotta love persisting effects.
The Pyrovore follows suit behind a crate, and the Xenothorps are coming out to play with a 6-inch advance.
And then the Exocrine.
Good old exocrine.
He's just gonna have a little peeky. Just to see those boys.
Gotcha.
Oh. And did you want this token on the Swarm Lord? Sorry.
We'll move it around. It'll come and go as we go.
This Tyrant.
Oh, remind me, how strong is the Tyrant again? He's deceivingly strong. Isn't he like a... Is he a 10?
He is strength 10, or sorry, strength 9 normally, but since he himself is snapped, he is strength 10.
Okay.
He's also T10, 4 Binvol, 2 up save, and this guy has a 5 up general gain.
Fuck. He is strong,
I
man.
like all of my things to... I'm going to advance him too. I
Yeah.
like all of my things to... woohoo.
Look at that boy go. Holy crap.
Another 6-inch advance for the Hive Tyrant to get on that objective. The Screamer Killer advances 3 inches, and the second Screamer Killer backs up the Hive Tyrant on that objective. Now this could be bad for the Kim.
Look at all these things you have to shoot. What would you like to do?
Come at me, bro.
Up next is his shooting phase. Those Xenothorps are going to get lethal hits and assault for being within 6 inches of the Swarm Lord, and put those flamers into the warriors, dropping 2.
2.
2.
AP minus 1, 2 damage.
So these are going to be on 6s. Make sure that we're doing this right. Yep, 6s. Nope.
The other 3 are into the bikes with 2 lethal hits, dropping 2 pioneers. Ouch!
Second one is 4. I have nothing if not consistent.
And he's dead. So that's 2 more.
Last of the Xenothorps takes out the remaining warrior squad.
That guy's dead because they only have 2 wounds each. So that squad is gone.
That Tyranofex will split fire into the pioneers and warriors on the center objective. 4 Stinger salvos take out 3 warriors, but the bikes are safe for now.
Now these guys are only toughness 6, so you should be winning on 2 still, because isn't it like
Strength 18.
18? Yeah. They only got to save a 4.
But I think he hits on 3s. Yep,
No.
he does. So he missed.
Well, fuck. They live to play another day.
This guy, even though he advanced, I believe he can still see this car.
I think you can see the front. Yeah.
That Screamer Killer has his sights set on the Agatar, chipping a wound off.
It is strength 8 to your T9.
T10.
T10. Those are 5. Just one at -2.
-2, so 3 to 5. Nope, he failed.
The Pyrevore tries for a wound, but Jose saves.
Just one at -1.
1 -1, so
North
looking for
cover.
4. Got it with a 5.
All right, you're good.
All right.
The Swarm Lord opens up with a flamer on the other Agatar with 6 shots, wounding 3, but Jose saves 2.
Surprisingly.
Just 2 damage.
So that takes him down to 7.
Ryan tosses out a Spore Mine to screen out his back line.
So since they changed it,
Over here.
what can they do now?
Well, I can still get behind enemy lines with it,
Yeah.
which I could put one over there. But you do have stuff in Deep Strike, right?
I have 2 units of Hearthguard and Deep Strike.
Yeah. So the Biowars don't really do a lot anymore. I'm just using them as mines to limit my opponent's options for Deep Strike. I can still get behind enemy lines with them, but they can't do actions. And I can... You're not a charge army, so I'm not worried about it. But the mine special abilities, you can't into charge within 6 inches of them. So you can kind of drop mines near your guys, so you
That's
can't
pretty cool.
get too close to me.
That Exocern is joining the party and lines up on the Agatar for 2 wounds, and Jose drops both, leaving it alive with only 1.
Oh, save 1, fail 1.
Just
Well,
3
hold on. How much AP was it?
-3.
So no, he just drops both.
That Norn Emissary wants a piece of the Agatar and wounds twice. Jose needs to save 1 to stay alive, and he does! That Agatar is alive on 1.
Oh,
7 damage.
He is 7. He is down to 1.
Into the charge phase next. The Norn is the only bug charging with an easy 2, and he's in.
I didn't realize your wheel was so close, sorry.
They blend in with the terrain.
Then he's gonna slap you.
The Norn is going to make short work of that Agatar, landing 4 wounds and killing it.
Does he explode? If he does, it's only deadly minus D1. He does not, but house rules, we re-roll. He does not.
Ryan's going to spend 1 CP on Overrun to consolidate 6 inches.
So if you'd like to touch me, you can.
Oh, here it comes, man. Here comes the pain. Close combat weapon.
The Warriors fight back, but they don't do a thing.
Nope, nothing. Okay.
That's my turn.
At the end of the round, Ryan scores 3 for Sabotage and 5 for Extend Battle Lines. Coming into round 2, Jose holds 2 objectives for 10 points, and he draws Area of Denial with Sabotage. That's going to be difficult with the Norn on the center.
Oh, sorry. Before I go any further, 1 unit comes up. It's going to be these guys. They come up. I'm just going to set them there.
And here's a Battle Shock test, and the Warriors on the center are Battle Shocked. The Agatar is Battle Shocked, and the Lone Pioneer is Battle Shocked. Very unfortunate for the Votann.
If only I was Synaptic Nexus.
Right?
Grenade him!
They would be taking some wounds.
Grenade him!
Up next in the movement, here comes that 10-man brick of the Hearthguard, led by the Call towards the center objective.
Dude, where'd you get this from?
He just got it from somebody in Hawaii, and he was like, do you want it? I don't want it.
Dude, that's cool.
And I was like, you bet your sweet ass I want that.
Yeah, that's like 10 euro or
Yeah.
10 pounds.
The Hecaton Land Fortress comes out of hiding with the Brokir Thunderkin disembarking. Ryan's going to spend 1 CP to overcharge.
It's gonna be with this because he needs blast.
Oh, yeah.
So he's just gonna try to scream at you. For 2 whole shots, 2 whole screams. Okay.
But he whiffs!
That was worth it, because if it would have done something, it would have... They're not very strong.
Well, I was trying to battle shock you.
Gotcha.
I have to hit you.
Jose brings in a unit of the Hearthguard and an E-Champ with the Wayfarer's Grace enchantment from Deep Strike. That enchantment allows the E-Champ to stand up on a 2 when destroyed.
You can resurrect, but don't throw your life away carelessly.
Oh, that's it. You know me. I love to be careless. That's why people are all like Crapco's trying to teach me. It's like, dude, what are you doing? Don't deploy on the objective markers. You're just giving away free points. And I go, but I want to be
But I have
aggressive.
to.
Into the shooting phase, Thug Life, the Hecaton Land Fortress aims its Magna Rail Cannon at the Screamer Killer and hits and wounds, but Ryan saves with a 6.
Holy shit!
Alright, well,
Alright.
I expected him to die there.
No, see? That's how it works.
All other weapons fail to wound. So many whiffs.
Alright, so that's that. And then let's try putting some shots from these boys.
Up next is that 10-man brick of a Hearthguard, led by the Call, who gives that unit lethal hits, opening up on the Norn Emissary. The grenade launcher only gets 5 wounds, and Ryan saves 1. The plasma also gets 5 wounds, but Ryan saves 4 of them. That Norn is a tank.
There we go. Now for the Call!
Call shoots with his Vulcanite Disintegrator, and he fails to wound. Oof.
Sorry about that.
You're good.
Let's fire him into him as well.
The Lone Pioneer is going to try his luck with the Rotary Cannon, but misses. The Magna Coil Autocannon's next, and it misses.
Oh my god.
Nothing?
Whipper, nothing.
That Sagatar opens up fire onto the pack of Xenothorps and kills 2 of them.
You kill another one.
Got you.
The Brokir Thunderkin are targeting that Screamer Killer. They're going to get wound rerolls for shooting on the same target as the Land Fortress hit.
So we'll see if they can do some damage.
I think it's kind of rude. He's out there just like,
he just wants some love, man.
You should have blasted that.
3 wounds, and Ryan saves 2. And with a 5-up Feel No Pain, he takes only 1 damage. The Votann just aren't putting a dent into that bug.
I think that is all my shooting.
You've bloodied him.
Into the charge phase next, the E-Champ and the Hearthguard attempt a 9-inch charge, but they fail. Reroll from the E-Champ and fails with a 5.
Up 1, boys. We're going to go for the 7.5 over there.
Call and the Hearthguard are trying for a charge on the Norn and fails. CP1 reroll and he rolls a 3.
Saltwater dice my ass.
That leaves all of his Hearthguard out in the open. This is not looking good for the Votann. Jose will discard Area of Denial for a bonus 1 CP, and he should score 3 for Sabotage.
And I believe it's your turn.
Okay.
Let's see what you get.
At the bottom of turn 2, Ryan pulls Storm Hostile Objective and bring it down. He holds 2 objectives, which is going to land him 10 points.
Let me do some measurements real quick.
And bring. There we go.
So 9 inches would get me to here. 6 inches gets me to the point. Okay. All right. We're going to do some weird stuff.
Yeah.
Into the movement phase, here comes the Gargoyles. Deep striking in Jose's deployment zone.
A nice little gaggle of boys there.
Gaggle.
A gaggle.
The Norn move in closer for the charge and still holds the center. The Screamer Killer is going to move outside of engagement range of the E-Champ, and the other Screamer Killer is back up.
He's going to move his 8 inches forward. They're going to advance. 'Cause
Gotcha.
They're going to do something about it.
4.
4 inches. One of those things.
I think the kin are not long for this world. On a positive note, when they're biomass, these guys get reincarnated into their clone bodies. Isn't that crazy?
That is kind of sick.
Yeah, so when they die, they just get reincarnated.
He's going to start burning this objective.
Gotcha.
I couldn't hide him as much as I wanted to, so I just have to kill everything on that side, and then you can't shoot him, right?
Right. There's nothing I could do.
That's my only option. I'm actually going to move this guy. He can't go quite that far because he has to turn that ledge.
Is he a big boy?
He's going to go forward there.
Kids, how big is he? Big man, that's for sure.
Jose spends 1 CP to rapid ingress that Hearthguard unit next to Ryan's deployment zone, just behind cover.
I hate it.
Measure me out.
You're good. We'll be fine. You can go like
They just want to be behind the thing so that they can't get shot. And then hopefully move into the next.
You know, I was going to put a mine over there.
Oh, shit!
No, it's
Oh.
shooting. That's why it's funny.
Got you.
You're a step ahead of me.
Into his shooting phase, Ryan wants to charge that Sagatar, So he fires that Tyrannofex into the Pioneer and wounds with a -4 AP, so it just goes straight through. Pow! It's down.
Oh, because that is a 4 wound guy. He's the only one that has wounds still. Or no, he is dead because he had a 1.
The Xenothorps are into the land fortress, so Jose spends 1 CP for Void Armor to worsen the AP of that attack by 1. Ryan gets a lethal and wounds 1. Jose saves 1 but drops 1 for 4 wounds. With 12 wounds remaining, the Death Leaper lands for 3 wounds. Down to 9 just left on the land fortress. The Gargoyles chip off the Pioneer and they use their abilities to move 6 inches closer. The Screamer Twins are up next with the closest first, wounding twice, but Jose saves. The second Screamer Killer does 2 wounds, dropping a Hearthguard. They must now take a Battle Shock test, and they fail. That lone warrior gets taken down as well.
He could flame, but I want him to charge, so we're just gonna go into charges.
Gotcha.
We're going to
charging begin.
Into the charge phase, the Death Leaper charges into that land fortress with a 7. The Screamer does a dual charge into the Hearthguard and the Thunderkin with a 6, while the other Screamer Killer does the same with a big 9-inch charge into those Hearthguard. This isn't looking good for the Kin at all. The Norn is into the Call Squad, and the Swarm Lord gets his Sagitar.
And I think that's all my charges.
There we go.
Because no one else could fit anywhere, even if I wanted to.
Oh yeah. Oh no, you want your gargoyles to charge, right?
Since they did their movement, they cannot.
Oh, gotcha.
But no, I just wanted them to steal the point from me.
Gotcha. That makes perfect sense.
Into the fight phase, the Swarm Lord is up first and lands 6 wounds. That Sagitar has 1 wound remaining, and Jose saves 5 of them, but with no CP to re-roll, it goes down. The Hive Tyrant reduces the cost to Adrenal Surge by 1 for a CP, giving the Screamer Killer and the Norn Emissary critical hits on 5. Oh boy, the Screamer Killer is up next and wounding on 3s. He drops 5 wounds, but Jose drops 3 of them. Ouch! At 3 damage each, that kills 3 Hearthguard. Next, the Screamer Killer is splitting his attacks into the remaining Hearthguard and the Thunderkin. Whiffing on the Hearthguard, but it takes out the whole squad of Thunderkin. Oh no!
And
How much damage?
3 damage apiece.
That wipes that squad.
They're chunky.
There we go.
Chunky.
The Death Leaper is striking the land fortress for 3 wounds, but Thug Life doesn't care. Triple 6s! Up next, the Norn Emissary slashes at the Call unit. It makes wounds on 7, and Jose saves 5, dropping 2 Hearthguard. Extra attacks for another 7 wounds. Jose saves 3 of them, but loses 2 more kin. Jose fights back with an E-Champ into the Screamer Killer, only landing 1 wound, but Ryan saves it with a 6. The Hearthguard land 1 wound, but Ryan saves it with another 6. The Call fight the Norn with a massive gauntlet, wounding twice, but Ryan saves both. The remaining Hearthguard only managed to get 2 wounds, and the Norn saves 1, but with a 5-up Feel No Pain, saves the other. At the bottom of the turn, Ryan gets 4 points for Storm Hostile Objective and 2 for Bring It Down. Ryan ties it up 24-24.
And I got Bring It Down for, it was 9, because remember when Bring It Down used to get points?
Yeah, now it doesn't. It's okay.
Top of round 3, and Jose has his work cut out for him. He only controls his home objective, and he draws Established Locus and Secure No Man's Lands. The Call is going to use Grim Efficiency to put a Grudgment token on those gargoyles, giving them a +1 to hit.
Okay, so...
These guys can still come in.
And they can come in anywhere?
Because it's round 3, I have to be on the board edge.
Okay. If you can get them, like, here to establish, and they kill that guy, you'll stop me from burning it.
Yeah, let's try to get down
I think
here.
that's the best.
Into his movement phase, the E-Champ and the Hearthguard are moving closer in on that objective. The the warriors are moving towards those gargoyles too. While the other warriors are consolidating on the home objective, Ryan spends 1 CP for rapid ingress to bring his Death Leaper into that building.
Nice and safe, because, I mean, you're going to kill that thing. It's going to be on cleanup duty.
Gotcha.
Into his shooting phase, Jose and the Votann need to come up big here, or it could be over for the kin. The Pioneer squad is firing at the gargoyles and wipes the squad. The Votann needed that. Next up are the Hearthguard with E-Champ into that Pyrovore doing the same action on the objective. With the grenade launcher and the Vulcanite Disintegrator, they manage to take the Pyrovore down to 1 wound. It's up to the E-Champ and he does it! The Pyrovore is down.
Nope.
Oh, shit. You want to
You're going to kill him either way.
Gotcha.
Does he explode?
Nope. All right.
Does he explode?
Nope. All right.
He tried.
He tried to explode.
Thug Life Land Fortress is up next, splitting fire between the Screamer Killer and the Death Leaper. Ryan will spend 1 CP to give his Death Leaper a 5-up Feel No Pain. Twin Bolt Cannons and the Autocannon only manage a single wound, and it fails to hit with a Mana Rail. It's no bueno.
Do you want to reroll that?
I can't. He's battle shocked. All right.
That's right.
Up next to the charge phase. The Hearthguard charge that Spore Mine and get the objective and explodes for 1 mortal wound. Into his fight phase, the defending units fight first, so Ryan chooses the Screamer Killer first. Wounding 5 times. Jose needs to slow roll these and saves 4. The E-Champ lives.
One guy's dead.
And then your turn.
All right.
Jose is next and goes after the Norn Emissary. 4 Hearthguard left.
So those 4 regular boys, I don't think they can take them out. They would have to roll epically.
He only has 10 wounds remaining.
Only 10.
Only 10.
And they get 7 wounds. Ryan needs to save these and fails 6 of them. He gets to use the Norm Emissary's reroll a dice and fails again.
Oh shit. Come back here, you. Where do you think you're going? Aha. Ugh.
Why aren't you running?
Why?
Why are you running?
He still has those funeral pains and he can't save the Norn. Does he explode? No, but that was a sorely needed death.
Oh, we can consolidate onto the point.
You stay away from that point.
There we go.
It's not for you.
How much OC do those Zoanthropes have?
Just 1.
They stole it.
The Screamer Killer into the E-Champ, landing a ton of wounds, and that drops the E-Champ. Does the E-Champ stand up on a 2? He does! Now Thug Life and the Land Fortress into the Death Leaper, but they can't wound. The Death Leaper hits back and does 2 wounds.
Yep, there we go. I'm gonna glue it to that chair.
We're gonna get it figured out. It's okay. At the end of the turn, Jose manages to control 2 objectives for Secure No Man's Land, giving him 5 points, and Established Locust in the enemy's deployment zone, landing him another 4 points, bringing the score to 38-24.
That's a good turn for you.
That was good. And then for you, sir.
On to Ryan's turn, he draws Overwhelming Force and Established Locust, although he does not control an objective this turn.
Oh shit.
Established Locust will actually be hard to do. Because I would... Well, he's not in combat.
Nope. He can go wherever he wants. And technically,
To
the
here?
half point, yeah.
Into the movement phase, the Screamer Killer that's not in combat is going to move to get Established Locust, while the Hive Tyrant turns around to face the Hearthguard, Lictor 2. The Swarm Lord comes around the corner to get those Pioneers, and the Tyrannofex inches closer to the center objective. Exocern advances 3 inches, and Biovore gets the home objective. His shooting phase is up next, and Ryan spends 1 CP to give the unit lethal hits. First up, the Swarm Lord flames those warriors for 6 wounds, and Jose loses 3 warriors. The Xenothorps are putting all of their shots into the call unit of Hearthguard, and Jose spends 1 CP for Void Armor. They land 6 wounds, and Jose loses 2 more kin. The Tyrannofex is splitting fire, smaller shots into the Hearthguard, and big shots into the E-Champ. Even with lethal sustain and small shots bouncing off the Hearthguard, but the E-Champ goes poof into the thin air. The other Hive Tyrant into the Hearthguard on that objective, only wounding once. Jose saves on a 4.
I think that's all my shooting.
Up next is charging. The Lictor charges into the Hearthguard with a 9-inch, and the Hive Tyrant is in with an 8-inch charge. The Swarm Lord is in on the Pioneers with an 11-inch charge. The Lictor has fight first, so starting there. Putting all of his attacks into the E-Champ with the precision ability, wounding 5, but Jose saves 3, leaving the E-Champ alive with 1 wound. The Hive Tyrant is trying to finish the job, landing 5 wounds. Jose drops 2 more with 2 more dead Hearthguard. The Swarm Lord makes short work of the Pioneers, wiping the squad. Ouch! Jose's fight back and chooses the E-Champ to fight the Hive Tyrant, only wounding once. The Hearthguard don't do anything but whiff. The Screamer Killer is up next, putting everything into Thug Life. Wounding 4, and Jose drops 3, causing 9 damage. Does it explode? It does! Deadly Demise, D6 landing 3 mortals on the Warriors. 3 mortals on the Death Leaper, 1 mortal on the closest Screamer Killer, and 2 mortals on the Screamer Killer doing established Locusts. At the bottom of the round, Ryan scores 5 points for Overwhelming Force and 4 points for Established Locusts, bringing the score to 38-33. On to round 4, Jose controls 2 objectives, and that scores him another 10 points. He then draws Engaged on all fronts and no prisoners. Into the movement phase, Jose is going to spend 1 CP for Ordered Retreat, so that the Hearthguard unit is eligible to fall back, shoot, and declare a charge. Ryan spends 1 CP to overwatch that unit and fails. The Pioneers move closer to shoot the Lictor and the Hive Tyrant. Call and the Hearthguard move closer to the Xenothorps, while the Warriors move to engage on all fronts. Into his shooting phase, Jose spends 1 last CP to grenade launch that Lictor, dealing 2 mortals. The Hearthguard are putting a grenade launcher into the same Lictor, and the Vulcanite Disintegrator into the Hive Tyrant, landing 3 wounds, and Ryan saves 1. Next, into the Hive Tyrant, getting 1 devastating wound and 2 wounds to save. He does not care. Ryan just saves both of them. Warriors are trying to kill that Death Leaper for no prisoners, but the Mana Rifle fails to wound. Bolters wound twice, but Ryan saves 1. 1 wound left on the Death Leaper. Call and the 2 remaining Hearthguard are firing everything into the Xenothorps while taking down a single Xenothorp, while the Pioneers are determined to score that secondary, putting everything into the Lictor. That volley of shots are just too much for him to handle, and they score no prisoners. Into the charge phase, the Warriors have a death wish, charging that Death Leaper with Fist first. Hearthguard and the E-Champ get an 11-inch charge onto the Hive Tyrants. The Call rolls a 7-inch charge on his boys to slide into the Xenothorps. Into his fighting phase, Ryan has fight first, and the Death Leaper is in on the Warriors, wounding 5. Jose drops 4 out of the 5 saves, and the kin are gone. Ouch! Warriors fight back, landing a single wound with that plasma knife, but Ryan saves with a 6. The Call shows what he can do with a massive gauntlet, landing 3 wounds, and Ryan drops all 3, landing 3 damage each, killing 2 bugs. The Hearthguard wound twice, but Ryan saves both of them. Next group of Hearthguard with the E-Champ put everything into the Hive Tyrants. The Hearthguard managed to chip off 3 wounds of the Hive Tyrants, and the E-Champ adds 2 wounds, but the Pioneers fail to add any damage. Here comes the clapback. Ryan uses Epic Challenge to get precision on the E-Champ, and Jose only saves 2. He's down to 2 Hearthguard left. The Xenothorps fight back at the call, and they whiff! At the end of the round, Jose scores 2 points for engaged on all fronts, and 2 points for no prisoners, bringing the score to 52-33. On to Ryan's turn. He draws Cleanse and March for Death. He's going to spend 1 CP to drop Cleanse and draws Containment. Into his movement phase, the first Screamer Killer moves on to the home objective with intent to burn it. That second Screamer Killer moves on to Containment off the board edge, and the Sworn Lord moves onto Containment off the other board edge. The Byrevore moves closer to the center, and the Tyrannofex has his eyes on the Warden in the back. Up next, the shooting phase. The Screamer Killer starts burning Jose's home objective, and that Xenothorp is firing into the Hearthguard, killing 1 more boy. Next, into the charging, that Byrevore charges into the Call's unit. Into the fight phase next, Death Leaper has fight first, so we start there, killing 2 more warriors. Oh no! Next, the Byrevore swings with powerful limbs into the Call and can't make a wound.
1-2 up.
Jose fights back with that Hearthguard and a Call, but only manages to knock out a Xenothorp. Ryan fights back into the Pioneers, wiping the squad! The Neurotyrant fights back into the Hearthguard and dishes out a wound. The bottom of the round, Ryan scores 5 points for March for Death and 6 for Containment, making the score 49-52.
Last round, boys.
This is the final round, ladies and gentlemen. Jose rolls his Battle Shock test. The lone Hearthguard passes, but the warrior is Battle Shocked. Call passes like the boss that he is, and Jose spends 1 CP to fall back, shoot, and charge, and Ryan spends a CP on Overwatch, killing the last Hearthguard. Into his shooting phase, Call is going to be shooting to the Neurotyrant, taking just 1 wound. His fight phase is up next, and the Death Leaper has first fight, so we start there, killing the last warrior. Call is next to fight with the massive gauntlet, landing 2 wounds, but Ryan saves 1, leaving 2 wounds remaining on the Neurotyrant, failing to score assassination. The Hive Tyrant fights next, obliterating that last Hearthguard, and it's all up to the Neurotyrant to fight back, getting 4 wounds, but the Call saves all of them.
Alright,
Alrighty.
that's that.
Into Ryan's turn, that Screamer Killer burns Jose's home objective for 10 points. He controls 2, and then he draws Edge on all fronts and behind enemy lines, scoring both. With another 10 points to end the game, Scorched Earth plus Paint score, Ryan wins 95-62. Wow, that was a great game, boys and girls. One hell of a game till the final round where the bugs ran away with it. Thank you everyone for joining us on this epic battle report between the Nids and the Votann. We had a blast playing and producing this episode, and we will continue to give us our best today and better tomorrow. Here at Emperors Contenders, just remember that every player is a champion.
All right, that was one hell of a game. The Nids list was super tough. The Votann, we just could not get through. To be fair, the rollings weren't there either, but that's what I do, is I roll 1s and 2s. My VIP of the game was the Call. He could not die. This guy was just absolutely amazing. He saved all of his battle shocks. He was the champ of the game. Matter of fact, he was the only guy left, I think, on the table. But thanks, Ryan, man, for coming out. This was awesome. I love playing with you, man. Your energy is great. You're just awesome to play with. So hell yeah, thanks, man.
Thank you guys for having me. This game was so much fun. I really enjoyed playing the Votann. Table setup was beautiful. Everything's painted nice and well. I love having 2 painted armies play on the table. Always looks great. My MVP was probably the, even though she died, I think I'm going to go with the Norn Emissary. Just holding that mid-objective, you know, kind of plowing through a whole bunch of infantry. That's what she's supposed to do. Other than that, I think just having all the 4-up invulns and 5-up field no pains got me there in the end. Thank you guys for having me.